Let me please welcome you all again, and thank you for being with us for this, the 16th Annual ArtTable Awards Ceremony and Benefit Luncheon, celebrating the accomplishments of women leaders in the visual arts. I'm Peggy Loar, President of ArtTable, and it's my great pleasure to be with you today. Your Excellency, Commissioner Kate Levin, ladies and gentlemen, members of ArtTable, many distinguished guests and friends. Our theme today is about celebration. Again, we honor a distinguished woman who has contributed immensely to the arts on behalf of artists and all of us who thrive on the ideas and the worlds they create for us. We emphasize another theme today as well, as we glide into our 30th anniversary year in 2010. In 3 decades, ArtTable has witnessed the changing demographic of women playing increasingly important leadership roles in the visual arts. And like artists, many have become important agents of social and economic change. Many are sitting in this room today. Some have been lost. More will be in the future. But that is in the nature of an organization coming of age. Others will follow, and in fact already have. It is this new generation of leadership now which will further evolve ArtTable as the organization that supports and mentors emerging professionals. And so it continues with one generation giving to another. So many of the women here today have had and do have celebrated careers and have given of their wisdom to younger professionals. It is this community, this continuity of information and experience infused with an exciting dose of intergenerational exchange that has served as a laboratory for new visions and new perspectives. This is ArtTable. In this context, I would like to acknowledge the presence of a very special guest here today who hails from the farthest place geographically to be with us, but not the most distant in terms of our mission for art and cultural initiatives. A young, dynamic woman who is defining and implementing a new cultural world for her nation, Sheikha Al-Mayasa bint Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani from Doha, Qatar. She just opened the new IMP-designed Museum of Islamic Art in Doha and is the chairman of the Qatar Museums Authority. We're so pleased you could be with us today, Sheikha Mayasa. The work that ArtTable does through projects such as oral history, mentoring, the study on women, promoting diversity, and the many regional programs organized and offered through ArtTable's chapters nationally provides cutting-edge information, introductions and opportunities, and views on issues in the arts and culture. And we are determined to play an even larger role in arts advocacy. How often have we heard in these challenging times? But in these challenging times, perhaps the world of ideas and their visual and conceptual representations through art take us to a place where commercialism can take a holiday. For the thoughtful, engaged viewer, that is, not for the artist whose success we consistently hunger for. It is a rather strange moment in history, and these moments are important fodder for artists and for new emerging professionals. It seems the subject of generations, in fact, is a hot topic generally. Last evening, ArtTable members visited the new museum and saw the exhibition, their new signature triennial, titled The Generational, Younger Than Jesus, on view. This exhibition is an intricate and multidisciplinary exploration of the work being produced by a new generation of artists born after 1976. This is the same generation that has been labeled Generation Y, I generation, and me generation, and that's I generation with a small I, so you know what that means. How many iPhones are in this room? This generation, I'm happy to report, is playing an ever stronger role in ArtTable as new members with positions on the board and in various working committees. While our board has previously been acknowledged, I would like to personally thank them for their time and their commitment and enormous efforts that keep ArtTable active, an active force not only programmatically, but with many, many other activities throughout the nation. It's been a great pleasure to serve as your president for these past 2 years and to work with all of you. And Lowry, I also want to thank you for taking on the next term as ArtTable's president. Your leadership in the arts in this town is well known, and we look forward to your presidency and to our 30th anniversary with you in this key role. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker. The art of the word can conjure up amazing visual worlds and provide a breeze so tender as to envelop us in inspiration. Toni Morrison is the Robert F. Cohen Professor of the Humanities Emerita at the Lewis Center for the Arts, Princeton University, with degrees from Howard and Cornell universities and honorary degrees from Harvard, the University of Pennsylvania, Sarah Lawrence, Oberlin, Dartmouth, Yale, Georgetown, Columbia, Brown, University of Michigan, and 2 universities in France, including the Université Paris-Sorbonne. I warned her she was going to have to suffer through that. Toni's 9 major novels, The Bluest Eye, Sula, Song of Solomon, Tar Baby, Beloved, Jazz, Paradise, Love, and A Mercy, have received extensive critical acclaim. She received the National Book Critics Award for Song of Solomon and the Pulitzer Prize for Beloved, also chosen by the New York Times Book Review as the best work of American fiction published in the last quarter century. Other prestigious awards include the Du Bois Medal, the 2000 National Humanities Medal, the 2000 Library of Congress Bicentennial Living Legend Award, the National Book Foundation Medal for Distinguished Contribution to American Letters, the Commander of the Order of Arts and Letters, Paris, and the Distinguished Writer Award of 1978 from the American Academy of Arts and Letters. And yes, that old phrase, to name but a few, applies. Ms. Morrison was also a senior editor at Random House for 20 years and today serves as a trustee of the New York Public Library. She is also a member of the American Academy and Institute of Arts and Letters and the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. Her Nobel Prize for Literature was awarded in 1993. May I present Toni Morrison.